All right. Y'all can unmute yourselves, please. Put your videos on.
Look, a hot mess. Oh my goodness. But yeah, my little ones they're being kind of loud in the back.
Okay, no problem. No problem. You look great.
Yeah. But this is really good information. I'm glad I hopped on. I was gonna be really late, but
No,
this is really good.
one day late, but they had blocked the link. So I didn't realize that nobody had the real link until like 30 minutes after the event started. So I was just sitting in here playing music, like, that's strange. Nobody's in here. That's odd, like what's going on, And then I see Brandy message me, but we talk every day. So, other people, they probably just came, say, what happened? We didn't get the link, and went on about their day, because that's what people do. But with something like what we're doing, like you have to be so proactive. Have to be so proactive because you're fighting against so much, and I don't think people understand the importance of it. Like really, like I had to even take a break for a little while, let it settle down a little bit before I started up, because they tried to take us out. They cut the brake lines on our car. When I was doing this before. So it was like we got stuck somewhere. We had to start our lives completely over. We lost everything. So we had to build back up for me to even be able to start back doing this. Yeah. So,
oh my gosh.
yeah, it's serious. It's serious. So you have to be proactive about it for sure. A lot of times the emails are blocked, the messages are blocked, and you're on the other end of it. I'm doing everything I can on my end. You got to do everything on your end as well. That's the only way. If Brandy would have never messaged me, I may not have found out. I may not have known, nobody would be in here. I mean, so thank you, Brandy.
You're welcome.
Active. Yeah, thank you for being.
I knew I did this twice. I checked in all my inboxes. I checked the spam and everything, and I was like, "This is really weird." So strange.
And I was over here like, this is really weird. What's going on? Nobody's in here. And I had people like messaging me, when's the next meeting? I thought we was gonna have a meeting, and I'm like, so somebody should be here,
Right. Oh no.
Yeah. And I wish we could be over there closer to where Ebony is. So my goal is for that never to be the case, Ebony. What I went through postpartum, what you're going through postpartum, too many of us are going through that postpartum where, we still have to be moms, we still have to be wives, and we're just not supported. And our husbands are doing everything that they can, and it affects your marriage a little bit too, because there's a strain on everybody because you don't have the support that you need. And it's not fair. It's not fair, and it's not right, and it shouldn't be that way. That's not normal. It's not natural. When you go over to other countries, it's not the case. It's like this here because it's not by accident. It is designed. It is designed.
Even for like first generation people who come here from different parts of the world, their parents will fly in from wherever they live, and they will be there for a month. And I remember seeing conversations like that, and I'm like, wow, we are so disconnected. It's
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And it's because of slavery, and it's because of programming. We have to understand we have so much we still have to overcome as people before we get back to our great status. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody came from us. We are great people. That's why they have been using us to build this country. That's why they steal all our ideas. And every time we come up with something, that's what they're doing now. And, it was wrong when we was doing it, and now it's right. We have to understand our greatness and get back to our greatness and loving ourselves and loving each other enough to be there for each other. It should not be, well, you got to pay me $25 an hour, or, I if you bleed out, you just bleed out, girl. You know what I'm saying? Come on, that's pretty much what you're saying here. This is real. I mean, we live in this cloud sometimes. It's like virtual cloud where you don't understand, hey, this is a real person. That's a real person. You understand? That's a real person. These are real lives. You
Yeah,
know,
and we're
like,
getting even further disconnected with this darn pandemic, not pandemic. This pandemic getting even further disconnected with just being virtual. But to add to that too, I'm teaching my children, like when you see another Black person, you should be looking at yourself. That's exactly who you are. So if you
and
see
you
them
speak.
struggling, go ahead. I'm sorry, what you said?
I was saying, and you speak.
Yeah.
Greet them.
Speak, feed, whatever they need. Like that's you. So if they're down and out, you're down and out. Like it's not that. So like we were talking to or chatting, when our girls are big, when they get older and they start their families, they will not go through what we're going through.
No.
They won't. I
No.
refuse. It will not happen. Literally over my dead body. Over my dead body. It will. That will not be the case for them.
Right.
And even so, I'm putting in the work now. So if I'm not here, what I did is set up for them, because this is, that's just ridiculous to have that mindset.
Right.
Just
and
be
where
so
there's a
selfish.
will, there's a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. So we have to really look at, why are we not willing to support one another? You know, I mean, if anything, barter. You can barter with people. There's so many ways if you're willing to do it, you know, and you really want to do it and you really care. There's so many ways that you can make it happen. And, you know, get rid of this fear factor, this lie you buy into. Well, if I support them, you know, then I'm gonna die. I'm gonna be burnt out. I mean, Lord have mercy. Oh, we, Lord have mercy. Craziness, this craziness.
We're getting it together.
Or maybe it's because, you know, you ain't doing nothing if you can't have this American dream lifestyle. You know, you want this big $300,000 house, $500,000 house. You know, you want to look like Master look. You know, the plantation owner. Do you know that they living off of plantation money? You don't understand that? They still living off of plantation money. You know, you have a lot of them that don't have to work. So when they're working, they're actually just, this is extra money. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't understand that. This is extra money. You know, that little $500,000 a year, that ain't nothing for them to make. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't understand that.
Nope. Not at all.
We got to come together, you know. I'm like Harriet Tubman right now. I'm trying to get y'all to come with me. I'm singing my songs. I'm peeping around the slave hut, like, hey, you know, I'm singing my songs. Like, come on,
come on.
It's time to go. Get on the underground. Come on with me now. We got to support one another. We got to be there for one another. So, all right, in the grand scheme of things, and you know, everything's on the website. So some things I'm not gonna just put out there like that. You know, make a little effort, go look at it. I put a lot of work into designing the website. I mean, go look at it.
Check it out.
And you can see what we're trying to do on there. You can see the building that we're trying to build, and our goal is to have it in each state, have a center in each state, on our own property, and an eco-friendly center, or temple, eco-friendly huts, you know, for even women who need shelter. We're working with another organization. The sister's not on here. If women need shelter, you know, they coming from an abusive relationship or whatever, you know, these are sacred grounds, and it's going to be in a private area. So, and there's going to be security there, you know. So, you know, they have somewhere safe they can go and connect back with nature and learn how to grow stuff in the garden. Yeah, you got to give back too. They're not just staying there for free, you know. They have to help out in the garden, you know what I'm saying? Help out in the temple, whatever the grounds may need, whatever they can do. Yeah.
I really love that.
Yeah, that's the goal. That is the goal, to have that available in each state, and have willing women who are doulas and midwives. And you know, if you don't have to, I'm talking about licensed doulas or whatever, because that's overrated. Be mad, go ahead, be mad, but that's overrated.
Two trainings and haven't gotten a license yet.
It's overrated anyway. You know, you don't really need a license to be a doula. And really, that's something That's systematic. It's still systematic. You have to be honest about it. That's still systematic because this is something we've always done as Black women. You know,
Right.
if you go back to the times of slavery, we were more supportive of each other then. You know, there's no question about whether or not you're on the plantation and whether white people were your friend. You knew they weren't your friend, you know, and you knew you was on the plantation. So now you all confused because, you know, it's just a different form. They're a little more tricky about it, but it's still the same stuff going on. The tactics, the same tricks, the same stuff. They're doing the same things, you know.
And that's something I'll have to admit too. I'm listening in today. Something that really has me thinking, because when you go for these certifications, a lot of times they kind of put you in a box. Because I've gone to get my CLC certification, and I'm grateful. I'm glad I have it.
Yeah.
But then at the end, they're like, "Okay, we taught you this. You can only speak on this and only speak on what we taught you." And I'm like, "Oh wow, like that's really interesting." So yeah, that
they own you now. They own you.
Unless pretty much. So it's a really they're overrated. I agree 100%.
Because the same information that they're giving you, where do you think they got that information from?
A book. The internet.
Us.
They got it from us.
Like they know nothing.
Who took care of their babies? Who took care of their babies? They didn't know how to take care of their children. We took care of their children.
Breastfed their babies.
Who helped them give birth? They didn't know how to give birth. That's why you even have a hospital. The hospitals weren't for us. The hospital was for white women because they have an issue giving birth and surviving birth and things like that. Not us. That's why they used us as breeders. That's never been a problem for us. That's not a problem for us. They got us confused. Now we going to them for licensure. I mean, now we need their approval. We need their validation to be able to help each other. I mean,
it's crazy.
Why are we buying into that?
Absolutely.
I mean, it's something honestly I didn't think about until today. Like I'm grateful I'm here, but I didn't really, because I'm like, wow, I really am in a box because I can only say certain things, especially if it's evidence-based information, which I'd be like, I don't know, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that.
Who's evidence?
I mean, sometimes it's spot on, but sometimes it's still limiting. Like, I feel like it still is problematic for us because they'll be like, you can't do this or you can't do this. And I'd be like, I don't know. I think that's cultural. Like we do that. So I don't know why they're telling us to tell people not to do that. So it's really interesting. I think I'm gonna just let my little thing expire out and just continue to learn like I am now. Like
information. I'll tell you what I do. It's great to get the information. I learn everything, and right before you get certified, I'm dropped it out. I'm done. I don't need the certification. I mean, and
because they make you pay for that test. But that's
I mean, it's a business.
It's a separate fee because you can take the exam or the learning portion, and then there's the exam portion. It's two separate fees. I like that. That's smart.
I mean, you don't have to be certified. I mean, if we can get our people beyond the point of feeling like my sister over here need to be certified by these white folks before I let her help me. I mean, if we can get past that, you know, and I mean, and I understand too, where on the other side of it, well, how do I know this person is qualified? You can have a conversation with somebody, you should be able to tell whether or not they know what they're talking about.
They know what they're talking about.
You're so far removed from common sense. I don't know what to do. Should be able to ask somebody certain questions, and by what they tell you, you should be able to have common sense enough to know whether or not, okay, well, this person makes sense. Okay, do you have any testimonials? Do you have any references? You know, what did we used to do before you started relying on white people's validation? What did we used to do?
Right. I took a course not too long ago. It was in the way of herbal, different things that you would use for herbs during pregnancy. And there was an article that we read, and it basically just went back and said that the community would basically delegate who was a doula, who was a midwife. So they're like, you have to put yourself out there, but your community will give you that stamp of approval. Your community will give you that title.
Right. And the way that it's done in other places, usually it's passed down. So it's usually in a tribe, there's a particular family, and that family, that's what they do. Okay. Mom
I got
passes it down to
goosebumps.
the daughter passes it down to her daughter. And if they bring somebody in, then that's their choice to bring somebody else in from another family to teach them. So you know that they're qualified because they learned from so-and-so who learned from so-and-so, so-and-so. And you talk about generations and generations and generations, you know. So
you're giving me goosebumps. I got goosebumps.
And here's what they're doing. They're trying to get rid of our traditional midwives. So we have that. We have traditional midwives, and they're making it so they're trying to make it so it's illegal for them to practice.
Right.
So now even to help moms, they have to be crafty about it.
Yep.
You know. So I mean, that's the issue right now. And who are the traditional midwives?
Us.
Yeah. Native Americans, Africans. Yeah, we've been doing this for a long time. Sally and Sue, they new to the planet Earth. I mean, why is she trying to teach me? I mean, that don't make sense. Why is she dictating who's qualified and who's not qualified? That don't make sense.
Right.
When we got Mama so-and-so over here, about 90, 100 years old, you know what I'm saying? She done birth how many babies? She done birth Master Sue baby. You know what I'm saying? She done birth how many babies? She got all the tricks of the trade from, come on. And you saying it's not even legal for her to birth babies
Because she's been doing it all her life.
or for anybody she's passed that information, that ancient information onto, for them to birth babies. Think about that.
Now I love to see her survival rate. You don't want to talk about that though.
Right. Exactly. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I knew they was tripping when I saw, and I couldn't believe it. I think it was last year. They do, like, you have to have a baby wearing certification now. Have you seen those?
I've seen them.
Girl, they know how to commercialize everything we do, and that is African.
They done gentrified it. I can't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I said,
everything
really?
they do, they find a way to market it and make money off it. I kid you not. There's things that I have just said, and I have seen somehow some white person have took one thing that I've said and made a whole business out of it. Look, y'all got to be careful out here. They will make a business out of everything. And because some of us are still so programmed, you know, we have a lot we're dealing with. I'm not saying that as a punch or a jab against us, you know, because I have things that I have to deal with too, you know, but we have to be honest about it. If you're not honest about what you're dealing with, then you're never going to grow past it and you're going to be stuck. And that ain't helping us. So we have to be honest. We have a lot of stuff we got to deal with. And because Sue is white, and
must be right. Must be right.
The white man's ice is colder. Ice can't be either it's cold or if it's ice or it ain't, you know. How's the ice colder? But anyway, the white man's ice is colder, so I'm about a white man's ice. I mean, we gotta really address ourselves, address it right here. These mental issues we got. We got mental issues from years and years of enslavement. We got them. And we gotta address them. You know, and we got to be patient with one another. We got to be loving. We got to be kind. We got to be supportive. We need to support our psychotherapists. We need to support our counselors. We need to support our birth workers. You know, all those people, they need support. Okay, so yeah, as a community, we just need to come together on this. We got to come together.
I agree, and what you said too, it starts with you. Starts with you.
Yep.
And you just keep on branching out, because I used to get caught up in trying to change so many people, and it got exhausting. And then I started my own family, and I said, oh, here's where I start. It's for these little people.
Yes.
I ain't stressing out about y'all lost people. Y'all lost. I mean, I'm gonna talk to you, and I'm gonna try.
Right.
But it starts with my family.
The baby.
And Because they get it. They get it. They're so smart. They're so smart.
Children are the future. The children are the future.
Yeah.
That's the only way to really change the future is to do it with the children.
The children. And our enemy knows that too, which is why.
This is why we're talking about what we're talking about right now. Absolutely.
They ain't gonna be caught up in their schemes because they ain't gonna be exposed to it. But y'all, you gotta be smarter than them because they are 10 steps ahead. 10 steps ahead.
Yeah, they are. They planned it out to the T.
To people though.
What'd you say, Brandy?
I said, don't y'all get exhausted trying to explain that to people?
I know. I'll say yes and no. I say yes and no, but
yes and no,
you gotta do it. You gotta do it anyway.
But we gotta do it. We gotta fight this fight. We gotta fight this fight so we can win. We gotta fight this fight. Share the information with everybody that we can. Keep building each other up. Keep calling people out, on their BS. We gotta do it. We can't sugarcoat stuff for each other. This time out for that sugarcoating things for each other. Can't do it. Can't tiptoe around people's emotions. It's serious. I need the mama bears and the papa bears to come out. This is war.
Yeah, 100%. I'm on your website right now, and I'm looking at the forms. I mean, I don't know if this is the time to ask questions. You want to wait?
No, go ahead. Go ahead and ask questions.
Okay. Okay. I'm looking at the form for sponsorships. I haven't read through it completely yet, but just wanted to know if speak more on it, because I'm thinking I am personally right now a little stretched. I'm like stretched. I have obligations that are put on hold because I just had a baby, but I would love to support you financially in this, and just wanted to know more about the sponsorships and stuff. Is it you said you have a church or
so that would be for your business. The sponsorships are for businesses.
Only businesses. Okay.
No, not only businesses. There's different there's different aspects of it. So you can donate if you want to be a donor. You can donate, and you will see that there's a form, different information for donations, and then there's a different form for sponsors. So a sponsorship really they're giving, but they're not really giving because they're getting marketing. Really sponsorship is an opportunity for you to market your business, or yourself even, or your brand, or whatever it is that you want to market.
Okay.
So that would get you, you'll see on there, they'll get you your name here, your name there, your information here, your information there, different things like that. And you can also, we also have products. I'm not sure what I have on there right now. I need to really update some stuff and get back on it. But there will be products available. I understand that some people, they can't just give, and that's fine too. We have t-shirts, we have, different things with the Birth Guru logo on it. We also have our yearly fundraiser, which is usually it's supposed to be in March. I changed it to March. It wasn't August. I changed it to March. Of course, it's not going to be big this year like it's supposed to be, and that's fine. This is for the long run. This is not just some overnight, I'm just trying to get a little famous, or what I'm saying, I just want to make a name right quick. That's not what this is about. This is about making some real change. Real change, some real community change, some real cultural change, because we need a real change with how we're doing things. So there'll also be, opportunity to purchase our flowers, which is called the Birth Guru flower. Represents the mother and the child. These are handmade flowers that volunteers make. Or I make if I'm the only volunteer at the time, that's fine too. Because we are just getting started. So I mean, we do have volunteers, and we do have, board members and things like that. So we'll see. And so we do have flowers. We're going to be selling our flowers, and that's how we raise money as well for the organization.
Okay.
Okay. All
But
right.
definitely join. Definitely join. Definitely join. You see the membership information, please join. The membership fee is $60. And of course, we request some community hours. If you don't have the $60, that's pretty much $5 a month. You know, I'll work with you. If you want to pay it in some other form of fashion, that's fine. We can talk about that privately. That's not a big deal. It's
Yeah,
about the big picture. It's gonna always be about the big picture with me.
absolutely. Yeah, that's beautiful. This is good. Yeah, I'm a definitely do the membership because this is so needed. It really is.
Yes, ma'am.
So
Yes,
perfect.
all righty. Well, you have any more questions, Brandy? I'm gonna close it up. But I think that was a great meeting. We didn't get to. It wasn't a normal meeting. Not what I had planned at all. Not what I planned at all for us to be doing today. But
No, I'm excited for us to meet again and to keep the conversation going.
absolutely,
Because now I don't feel like I hop on the soapbox and be up there by myself. I got some other people with me. So that's
Thank
yes,
you.
ma'am.
great.
Yes, ma'am. So we're gonna be doing more. We kind of been taking a break since, like I said, my family was targeted. You know, I had a vision before it happened. That's the only thing that saved our lives. Somebody cut our brake lines, and we were heading around the curb, and we didn't have no brakes. And I knew it was gonna happen before it happened. And I told my husband about my dream. In my dream, he didn't slow down. I told him to slow down. He didn't slow down, and we went over the cliff, and we were gone. But in real life, he listened to me in real life and told him to slow down, and our lives were spared. So,
Oh,
but we
wow.
did get stuck. I missed my event. I had a major event going on for this, and I missed it. We got stuck in another state and couldn't get back to work. It was horrible. We had to start completely all over from nothing. When I say nothing, I mean nothing but the clothes we had in our suitcases. Nothing.
Oh my
So,
God.
yeah. Yeah. We did. But I'm ready to start back up. Look here. That ain't stopping me. That ain't
Yeah.
stopping me. Okay. This is important. This is important. All they did was put a fire up under my butt and let me know
Right.
what I need to do better next time. Thank you. Thank you very
Right.
much to my enemies. I appreciate all my enemies.
And to know what you're doing is right. Because they let people be foolish in their foolishness.
Right.
And they'll live their foolish life. Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, it is. But that stuff is real. People will think like, oh, that's not, no, that stuff is really real. They like the stuff you see in movies where they be targeting people because they know things. These
Yeah.
scientists that be coming up, that stuff
It's
is
real.
real.
Absolutely.
It's very real.
Real.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. So
Absolutely.
I'm glad you're here, sis. I'm very grateful for you to
That's
be
one
here
of the
right
things
now.
I do appreciate about the Nation of Islam. They really do teach and train you to kind of like recognize certain things that, you know, ways that people can be coming to attack you. So you can be prepared and avoid those, you know, those death traps. So that's one thing I do appreciate about the Nation of Islam, you know, because I think they're the only group teaching that, teaching actual warfare and war tactics, and you know how to really be able to defend yourself and recognize when somebody's literally trying to kill you. You know, so physically, you know. So I'm grateful for them for that, because my husband has a lot of that training. You know,
Yeah.
he was trained, you know, at Fruit of Islam. He was also trained in the military. So I'm so grateful for him, and you know, him being right there on the front lines and standing guard, and you know, always being watchful.
Right.
What a blessing. That is a blessing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, you know, God knows what he, she is doing. Okay. All right, y'all have a great day. Love y'all.
Love you too.
Love y'all too. See you Monday.
All right. See you Monday, right? For home.
Bye.